Welcome to episode 114 of the quest lore series, Zogre Flesh Eaters. To start this quest you must have completed Druidic Ritual, Jungle Potion and Big Chompy Bird hunting. Outside of the location of the ceremonial ogre dance, Jigig, Grishir says that the ogres have fallen sick, turning into zombie ogres or Zogres. He would like you to investigate why they're becoming sick and also find a way to bury them. He warns you that you will probably need a drink that can spare you from the disease. At the entrance of Jigig, you speak to the guard, who crushes the barricade and you can now go in. In the cave, at the most northwestern section, you see the remnants of an explosion. As you search the skeleton, it comes to life, and after defeating it, you get a ruined backpack. You notice the moniker B. Von on it, and find an interesting looking tankard that says Ye Old Dragon Inn. Behind the skeleton there's a broken lectern where you find a torn page and see what appears to be a guild emblem on it. Observing the hole in the coffin, you use a knife to unlock it, and with all your strength you lift it up, finding a black prism. You show the bartender in Yanil the tankard that you found in the ogre tomb, and he recognizes it as Brental Von's mug. He says that he was talking to a wizard recently and noticed that he hasn't come to the bar in a long while. You update the bartender saying that he's dead, but he's not surprised as Brental was known to do many bad things if he was paid enough. Next you speak to Zavistic Rav in the wizard's tower, showing him the prism and the torn page. He finds what you found interesting, although it is connected to the dark arts which are prohibited. He says you may be able to speak to a wizard named Sithic Ince, who's staying in the guest house just north. He appears to be ill and bedridden. He's studying necromancy, but claims he doesn't know anything about the undead ogres at Jigig. So you look around the room for clues. You find some charcoal and papyrus in the drawers and a book on portraiture. In the cupboard you find a book on necromancy, which has a page missing from it, and in the wardrobe you find a book written by Johannes Olsbrecht of the Ham Group. He defends that the book on necromancy is only being used for research, but does admit to disliking monsters. Portraiture is just a hobby of his, so you learn and make a portrait of him with the charcoal and papyrus, which surprises him. Back in the Dragon Inn, you show the portrait to the barkeeper, and he says that that's the wizard who Brental Von was talking to. He signs the portrait to say that that's the case. Now you show Zavistic Rav the book on necromancy, the handbook, the Dragon Inn tankard, and a signed portrait of Sithic, which is enough evidence of his involvement with the Zogres. These items are exchanged for a strange potion, which you pour into Sithic's cup of tea, temporarily transforming him into an ogre until he's told the truth. He now admits that he got Brental Von to place the black prism containing a necromantic spell in the Jigig tombs. Unfortunately, the spell was successful and the explosion killed Brental in the process. The spell can't be reversed, and the ogres are going to have to change their ceremonial location for their dance. The best way to defeat the Zogres is by using brutal arrows, which have nails on the end. Lastly, he says that a potion can be made with jungle ingredients to reduce the effects of the disease. Updating Grish with all the information that you've learnt, he hands you an ogre gate key, and he would like you to grab the ceremonial artifacts. With achy trees and wolf bones, he demonstrates how to make a composite bow, and then strings it. The ogre tomb key unlocks the doors inside the dungeon and you go further down, descending more stairs. At the very end of the cave you find a plinth and a massive Zogre called Slash Bash appears. When you defeat him, he drops an ogre artifact and many bones. You return to Grish to deliver this and the quest is complete. Zavistic Rav says that once Sithic eventually gets better from his ogre form, he will be sent to a disciplinary tribunal. You can give the black prism to Zavistic Rav for 2,000 coins, or you can give it to Yanni Salika from the One Small Favor quest for 5,000 coins. Completing this quest is a requirement for Rum Deal, which is the next quest I'll be completing.